As a little disclaimer before we begin, these are my personal opinions. Every opinion is different and all that jazz. With that being said,
here we go!
Before going to watch Endgame in cinemas, I was told that you should watch all the MCU films beforehand. This was lies. In all honesty, you only are required to watch Infinity War so that you can understand the basic plot of Endgame. There's no need to watch films like Thor: The Dark World, or even the first Ant-Man film. Not watching them doesn't add anything new to the viewing experience. Granted, there are 1,000,000,001 references within Endgame that you will understand if you have seen all the MCU films. But don't put yourself through that, just do what you like. You can always watch a ton of videos explaining the references anyway. Now I don't mean this in general, I'm talking here specifically about recent love interests. For example, 2 sequel films that have come out in recent months have been The Kissing Booth 2, and To All the Boys I Loved Before, P.S. I Still Love You. Damn, that's a long title. Anyway, both Marco and John Ambrose are wasted in these movies. The only purpose for these characters is to offer a rocky path for the main love interests. Both Elle and Lara Jean bait these boys into thinking they have a chance with them, and then go back to their original boyfriends. No offense, but 1. Why would the boys accept them back after this little bit of cheating, and 2. If you are going to create a love triangle, do it properly, don't just let the triangle be the plot of one movie. What exactly are you going to do in the 3rd film, now that this pathetic attempt at a love triangle has been resolved? Netflix, switch it up a bit please. Now this couple have mixed opinions, but personally I love them together. Most say there's no chemistry between them, there's no romance. I pose this question to you. When you were younger, did you never tease or annoy someone, and then realized the reason you did that is because you like them? My point here entirely. She wants the best for him, and he wants her company. He keeps asking for her hand so that they can stay together. They have the link through the Force, so they can see and talk to each other. Neither wants to hurt the other. It's like Romeo and Juliet in some ways. They are both on different sides, but want to be together no matter what. Just, Kilo should have lived at the end, but overall, these two are good together. Now there is a lot of people who would disagree with me, but hear me out. I read the first 2 books fine. Prisoner of Azkaban is where I got bored and lost interest. Since then, I haven't read the books, never finished the 3rd one, didn't even start the others. Meanwhile, I have seen all of the films about 1,000,000 times, and I never get bored. To me, they are classics. Yes, they leave out information, or don't go into the characters enough, but that doesn't mean I can't still love them. Rewatchability is something only common in great films, and the Harry Potter films are great. Even if all Harry's problems can be solved by saying,
you see, so I couldn't help but notice certain things, certain similarities between Tom Riddle and me.
That's because you're a Horcrux, Harry. I think this is a question we have all asked at some point. As 2 of the highest grossing films ever, who saw them and actually enjoyed them? Both are films that are too long for what they are. I'd argue that was the same with Endgame, in some ways. But that's for another day. As someone who could only bear Titanic in small doses, I start to wonder how it grossed so much money. Nothing has ever persuaded me to watch either of these films from start to finish. Honestly, I would be amazed if anyone has seen these films from start to finish more than once. Both Titanic and Avatar have always seemed to me to be the sorts of films you watch once and then never again. Like Citizen Kane. Avatar at least has kind of nice visuals, and Titanic has young Leonardo DiCaprio, but is there anything else going for these films? Both of films prove you shouldn't watch a film just because the critics rave about them. We like to make fun of movies such as the B-movie, Megamind, flushed away in Shrek 2. But in actual fact, these are all great films. For example, if we take Shrek 2, it shows that, like the first Shrek film, people can love you for who you are, you don't have to try to be someone else, and that anyone can be a hero. Megamind goes with a similar theme about self-love. Even when you think you are a bad guy, and can never be anything more, that there is good in everyone, and once again, anyone can be a hero. All of these animated films are nowadays deemed as a joke, or as memes. But the humor in it is still funny today. We can laugh at moments like,
I say something. You like jazz?
Fiona!
Mom! Harold!
The spider. Even the smallest bite from Arachnus dethicus will instantly paralyze. Oh! Ah! Oh, get it! Hold still! Trash! Hold still! Ooh! Ooh! Did I miss? No. You got them.
I rest my case. And finally, to finish the video off, I'm giving honorable mentions to sequels that are, in my eyes, completely unnecessary, and the world would be just fine without. Let's face it, it doesn't add anything to the MCU in the long run really. Finding Nemo was a great standalone movie, don't ruin it. Just take it out the franchise. They tried to sex it up with the female Terminator. After the success of Judgment Day, Rise of the Machines was not needed. Just no, don't make it. Jurassic Park 2 did not need a remake.
I'm so sorry. I failed you. You trusted me. And I failed you.
Like Terminator 3, this was just a pointless attempt at a trilogy. Should have stopped at Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Could you not think of a decent plot? Ah yes, the old twin brother move. Terrible. No need for it to go on for so long. How many times can you reinvent the same plot? It's meant to be just cars. These animation companies, they like to make a dodgy third film, don't they? This was just stupid. No Jack Black, and just wasn't all that the first film was. That's all for now. Hope you enjoyed this roller coaster of emotions. And remember, everyone's opinions are different. Popular or not. Thanks.